Hello and welcome to another episode of Superman The Triangle Years. Today I'll be looking at comics published in July 1991, starting with Superman The Man of Steel #1. This was a new comic launched to make it so that there were 4 Superman comics in a month, so that most months of the year you would have a Superman comic every week when you went to the comic shop. The comics were interconnected with stories continuing through the different books, and it had basically become a weekly comic at this point, but it needed that one comic to fill in the months. So they launched Superman The Man of Steel in July of 91, and the ongoing team that would work on that was Louise Simonson and Jean Bogdanov. And he had just come, I believe, he had just worked on Power Pack at Marvel Comics before coming to work on Superman The Man of Steel. And if we take a look on the inside, you get a quick kind of look at his art style. He had a much cartoonier style, a little more exaggerated style for Superman. It took a little while getting used to. I didn't really like his style in the first couple issues of Superman The Man of Steel, because we'd been used to Jerry Ordway, and where I believe that should be Jerry Ordway there in his art. So this issue was kind of a jam session of artists, though we did get John Bogdanov doing a lot of pages in it. We also got pages done by the regular ongoing team. And the story introduces a new villain for Superman, Cerberus. Cerberus was setting bombs off all throughout Metropolis. Superman was running around trying to save people and find out who Cerberus was. And unfortunately for this issue, he still doesn't know who or what Cerberus is, so leaving a mystery for future issues. Then, after that, we got really the last interconnected storyline that just went through the 3 comics, Superman, Adventure Superman, and Action Comics. And it brought back the Eradicator for the first time in a humanoid form. The Eradicator previously had always just been this Kryptonian device, but he took an energy form after Superman had thrown him into the sun, as it gets revealed early in this issue. And here you get a good look at the Eradicator in his energy form. Now, the Eradicator would later become a ongoing anti-hero in Superman comics, sometimes teaming up with Superman, sometimes at odds. But in these issues, he was really straight up a villain. He's here because he's supposed to preserve the ways of Krypton, cold, logical, scientific Krypton that they used to have in the comics at this time. So Superman had failed him in the past as far as he was concerned, and had come to correct the faults of Superman by coming back to Earth and taking over it himself and rebuilding it into a new Krypton. So this storyline actually goes through these 3 issues, and it's a fantastic story. I'm surprised they never collected this one into graphic novel. Actually, it might have been collected in the graphic novel Eradicated, Superman Eradicated, which is out of print now, but actually I think it might be included in that, which included a lot of the early appearances of the Eradicator. But really fun read. One of, I think, Superman's great villains, even though he later became an ally. His abilities his energy abilities made for a good match against Superman. He definitely had the power to be a threat. And villains that kind of connect to Superman's Kryptonian heritage always seem to work pretty well. So, definitely, it was a good month for Superman, July 91, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave some comments or like this video if you'd like to see more. If there's any questions, anything particular you'd like me to see me talk about, feel free to ask.